Hey, everybody. Uh, Going live again here. Council President Scott, we're going to wait, give folks a moment to join us here in the live feed, giving another COVID update for today, Tuesday, the 24th, 2020. Just going to give everyone a second to get in. We are live. So we're just giving people some time to get on. We know everyone's at home now. Hope everyone's in trying to enjoy themselves as much as possible, being stuck in the house, but we know we all have to be safe. So welcome everybody. Welcome. If you have questions already, be sure to send them in. We will get to them in a second. We're just going to give people some time to join us here on the live feed. All right. Just another 60 seconds, everybody, and we'll get started. Another 60 seconds. My pleasure. Hello, everybody. What do y'all think about the new scenery behind me today? I tried to switch it up a little bit with the flag and the Mervo track medals and my basketball door rim. All right, 30 seconds. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to another live briefing, COVID briefing from Council President Brandon Scott. Thank you all for joining me this evening. I hope you guys had a great day, a very productive day. We would love to continue to have these. We will continue to have these with you all. So just going to run through some updates for you guys very quickly and then allow you to ask any questions that you might have. So first and foremost, as of right now, there have now been 41 confirmed cases of COVID-19 here in Baltimore City. And I cannot express this enough. Again, this is why we know that everyone has to continue to practice social distancing, because we know that more and more people are going to contract this. And listen, let me just be blunt. Also, ignore what the President of the United States is saying. No, this is not what we're not going to try to stop social distancing. We're going to listen to the advice of the public health professionals. We have to take this very seriously. It doesn't seem that they're taking it as serious as they should. We have to understand that what you are doing, what I am going to do, should be guided by people that are public health professionals, people who are going to look out for our best interests of our public health, not playing any kind of games with our future, right? We have to have common sense and make sure that we are adhering to doctors and public health professionals. So also want to remind everyone that tomorrow we will be having a Board of Estimates meeting, but we will be doing that in a digital way. We will be doing a virtual Board of Estimates tomorrow. You can tune in by watching, going to Charm TV's website. You can live stream it there on Charm TV. If you live in the city, of course, you can get it at Charm TV, which is channel 25. You can also tune in by phone if you want to listen to the Board of Estimates meeting, and that is at 408-418-9388. That's 408-418-9388. The access code for that is 711-183-482. That's 711-183-482. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone had that update. Just again to recap the mandates from Governor Hogan. Again, stronger enforcement to break up groups and gatherings of 10 plus. I also want to make this very clear too, because I've seen a couple of these videos, If you know people, if your little brother, your cousin, your aunt, your girlfriend, your homegirl, or one of these folks who are having these parties, Board of Estimates meetings are at 9 o'clock. Sorry for that, 9 a.m. tomorrow. If they're having these parties where they're inviting people over to their house and having a party, a COVID party, tell them to stop it. Be responsible, because you are putting yourself at risk, your family at risk, your neighbors at risk when you are doing these things. We all are loving. I know I am loving the lives that the DJs are doing. We might even try to get a DJ to go live on my account one day for y'all, but do that at home with yourself. Do not go to people's houses for these game nights and things like that. You are putting yourself at risk, and you or someone else could possibly die from COVID-19. Also, remember, all non-essential businesses were closed as effective 5 p.m. yesterday. There is no shelter in place at this time, but you should stay home unless absolutely necessary, right? Police, fire, emergency responders will continue to respond to 911. Your trash and recycling will still be picked up, and the citizen drop-off centers will remain open throughout the city. And of course, the city's emergency management center will be open as well. Wanted to take time to take some questions from you guys. So let's see what kind of questions we have. Somebody asked a question about the homeless. So this is something that I've been pressing the mayor's administration about as well, making sure that we are looking out for the homeless population. The mayor's office of homeless services is taking the lead on that and making sure that we're getting people into safe places, not just in shelters, but other things. And we're going to continue to do that. Thank you. Let's see. Any other questions that have come in so far? Someone's typing in a question about the school system. Give me 1 second, you guys. All right, so yes, we know that everyone is concerned about what's going on with the school systems and how that's going to work. I'm in constant communication with our school system here in Baltimore City, and we know that these decisions are going to be pushed down on them as well. Just rest assured that as soon as we have this information, and the questions that you guys are asking are the questions not only that I'm asking, but that also our school system representatives are asking. They want to know how we're going to deal with our young people who are supposed to be graduating. How we're going to make sure that if we're going to have a digital remainder of the year, that places like Baltimore, we have a digital divide, how we're going to make up for that gap. What things are going to be put in place there. We're consistently asking those questions and going to continue to do that. And when a decision is made, as soon as I know about how they're going to deal with the schools for the rest of the year, we are going to make sure that we put that information out to you guys so that we can be as helpful as possible as we're dealing with our young people, keeping them educated, keeping them active. So thank you for that question. That is actually one of my number one concerns. Let's see. Someone asked if I don't have any symptoms, but how can I be tested to make sure that I don't have it? I'm going to say this again and be very clear and blunt. We cannot have the system overloaded. If you do not have the severe symptoms, you do not need to be tested at this point. This is the advice from the public health professionals. We only want those individuals who have those severe symptoms, shortness of breath, tightness in chest, being not able to physically function. Then you pick up the phone, call 911, go through the emergency place. Other than that, if you have the minor symptoms that are related to COVID, we want you to first call your primary care physician. If you don't have one, make sure you call 211 or visit the health department's website or BaltimoreCityCouncil.com and hit COVID, and you can find the clinics that are available for those who are uninsured as well. But we cannot have everyone rush over. So the schoolwork for kids. If you have a young kid in Baltimore City schools, you can get the schoolwork from them offline. What I would ask you to do is send us a direct message and we will connect you so that you're able to get that. Food assistance. Again, if you go to one of the sites that we have in the city, they will give you food. So that information is on our website. It's also on our asset map that where you can get that information. All right, I'm going to continue with a little bit of information. Again, just a quick reminder of what's actually open and not open. Restaurants and stuff are open for carry out or delivery only. Grocery stores, pet supply stores, liquor stores, pharmacies, laundromats, banks, public works, things that are essential services that people need, of course, are also open. We had our 4th death in Maryland today around from COVID-19. So we now 4 people in our state have died. So we have to understand that this is a serious thing. See another questions. So again, the thing that they're building up at the convention center is a capacity building thing. If we get to the point where we have that, and this is also why we have again the National Guard and others here. They're here to help out with humanitarian efforts right now. They are not here for any other reason. Thank you for that question. There's another question coming in. 1 second, everybody. What if you have asthma? Does that mean people have the virus? Again, if you have asthma, what that means, that's a pre-existing respiratory condition that makes you more at risk. So if you have asthma, this is critically important for you or anyone you know that has asthma. This is why they have to social distance themselves. And the people that live with them, their family members, the folks that they interact with and have no choice to interact with, why they have to do it as well. Because that person, right? I don't have asthma, but let's just say my child did, right? If a child of mine has asthma and I go off to work or I go out to a party at my friend's house because they're having a party at a house party, a COVID house party, and someone there has it, I can go home, never have any symptoms, and then pass that on to my child who has asthma. That's why we have to understand that everyone can be a hero right now by simply just not going out, by simply practicing social distancing. If you want to talk to your folks, do it on FaceTime or meet them somewhere and practice social distancing, but do not go out and interact with people in a way that's irresponsible. All right, let's see. That was a great question. No, again, no word yet on the schools. Like I said, the homeless population, this is something that we're pressing the mayor's administration on as well, on how they're going to ramp up. We know that they're being able to take people into shelters and other facilities. We're going to continue to push them to do more. So someone asked about the Baltimore's problem with crime. So what I always say is that right now we have a pandemic and an epidemic. We've had an epidemic of crime really for my entire life, and we're going to remain focused. I had a conversation with the police commissioner today about how I want to institute a way for us to continue to try to have oversight and push the police department around what they're doing as far as reducing violence in Baltimore, because both have to be done and we have to have the same vigor on both. The same way that we communicate about COVID, we have to do about gun violence, because people are dying. We had a 17-year-old die in Baltimore. Last week, in the 7-day period that ended on Saturday, we had 25 people shot that didn't die in Baltimore. It's unacceptable, and we cannot lose focus on that, because those are not just numbers. Those are people that are dying. There are people that are experiencing trauma in the city. We have to continue to push our agencies to do better. I'm going to continue to hold the mayor and the police commissioner responsible for how they're dealing with crime. All right. No, we will not be enforcing street cleaning. I'm going to run down the parking things right now, what we will and won't be enforcing on the street. Okay, here we go. These are the things. DOT, we're scaling back its workforce. The following services will be affected from that: the enforcement of residential parking permits, street cleaning parking issues, 48-hour parking, abandoned vehicles, and peak hour violations will be suspended. Towing will be significantly reduced. Maintenance crews, parking meters, and parking meter restrictions are suspended as well. We will not be doing those as well. But if you park in a fire lane or no stopping or in front of a fire hydrant, yes, you still will be ticketed and or towed, because especially when we're dealing with this epidemic, you absolutely have to have those things free and available. I don't know. I think at this point it's unlikely that schools will reopen, but the truth is I don't know. And as soon as I know, we will get that information out to you guys. Thank you for that question. Let's see. All right. Just another quick recap, just to show everyone like how it's breaking down across the state. Like we have 107 in Montgomery County, 63 in Prince George's, 42 in Baltimore County, and 41 here in the city. So you can see that it's very, very, it's spreading out very across it. And again, just want to make sure that everyone knows that the food distribution sites, you can find that information. We have that on our website for everyone to see. You can get that consistently. We're going to make sure that as soon as we get off this, that we put it on social media, and we'll probably put it inside the chat as well. Hello to everyone that's joining us. Hello. All right, let's see. I got some more questions here. And again, no street cleaning and those things. Street cleaning, parking won't be enforced. Loading zones are a different story, though. All right. Thank you, everybody, for those questions. Any other questions? Yeah, it's growing fast, so we have to take this very, very seriously. We cannot play around with COVID-19. Treat it like the ex that you don't want to see, right? Stay away from it at all costs. Avoid it at all costs. We have to do that. Also wanted to run back through the things that are available and remind everybody that if you live in the 7th Congressional District, that is Elijah Cummings' old district, your election for your congressional person is still on April the 28th, and it'll be a mail-in only ballot, and you can get that information online. So someone asked about the president opening up the economy after Easter, and you may have missed this. I can only speak for my role as city council president here in Baltimore City, and I don't expect that our governor is going to adhere to anything other than the public health advice, right? We have to be responsible. Leaders lead, and leaders lead by understanding that sometimes to be a leader, you have to follow. And what we should be doing as a city, as a state, as a country right now, as people, is following the advice of public health professionals. The president of the United States is far from a public health professional. Every decision that I make will be guided by public health professionals who are not saying, and they've been very clear with that today, that what the president is saying about, it's going to be okay in the week, it's just not true, right? We can see it consistently growing. We have to follow their advice and be responsible, even if the president is going to be irresponsible, as he's proven time and time and time again that he is irresponsible with all of our lives. We have to do what's right for ourselves and our constituency here. Thank you. That was a great question, though. Again, if you don't have symptoms, you don't need to be tested right now. Only the folks who have the severe symptoms should run to go get a test. We do not want to overload the system. We cannot do that. Give me 1 second, you guys. I wanted to run through again the things for the grocery stores. All right, for our seniors for our seniors that are here and those we can spread this information. So I'm going to run down this information again. So for seniors, groceries, first and foremost, let me once again say that all of us on all of these feeds, if your grandmother and all of and your grandfather, people, your parents, if they're seniors, need groceries, go get it for them. Take it to their house, leave it on the door, and don't go inside. Allow them to get that stuff, right? Secondly, however, if they still have to go out, these are the stores and the hours for which they can go, and these seniors only. So Giant, seniors can shop from 6 to 7 a.m. Dollar General, depending on the hours, the seniors may shop there during the first hour of the day. Target, seniors may shop an hour before the stores open on Wednesday. Whole Foods, seniors may shop an hour before the stores open as well. Safeway, seniors may shop 6 to 9 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And also, these places will deliver. Giant delivers through Peapod, and that's 1-800-573-2763, 1-800-573-2763. Safeway at Safeway.com. ShopRite. Welcome back, Instagram, because you paused for a second there. ShopRite at ShopRite.com. And just a reminder, everyone, that ShopRite here in the city has suspended the fees for people 65 and over who want their food delivered. And seniors can also get prepared food from the Maryland Food Bank by calling 410-737-8282. Thank you. I'm going to take another question here. So Andy, that's a great question. It's actually one that I have asked again myself. Non-essential things will not be given out. If they are not essential, they will not be given out. And I will send you, Andy, a direct answer about your particular question so that we can get that. Thank you for that question, though. All right. And for everyone too, remember you can stay with the updates from MTA by just going to mta.maryland.gov/coronavirus, and you can get all the information there. All right. Any other questions? Does anybody else have any other questions? And then I have questions for you guys while you're thinking about them. What kind of information or things would you like to see from our live feed about this or any other things in the future? COVID related or elsewise. Oh, nobody has any suggestions? So what? All right. Any other questions? Oh, nope. Somebody just came in. 1 second, you guys. Hold on. It's what info? Is the food info is absolutely available. You can get that on our COVID resource map, and you can also get that by going to our website, BaltimoreCityCouncil.com, and hit COVID-19. And you can, if you look in our pictures on Facebook, our posts on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, you can actually find the map there, and you can click it all for your neighborhood in which you live in. I think Instagram booted us out for a minute. Everybody hold on for a second. It did boot us out. Oh, come on, Instagram. Instagram lost us. We're going to continue with the other what is your staff doing to get the word out? Saying, so this is a great question. So my staff is actually calling seniors and everyone consistently throughout the day. They're doing that to see what's going on and getting the information out. So my office is calling out to people consistently. They're reaching out to the neighborhoods and everyone like that to get the information out to people consistently. So that's a great question. Thank you for that. HBAC on Pratt Street. What can you send us a particular issue that you're having there? Remember, again, the city offices are closed, but we we will get a direct response to you from that as well. Any other questions before we end tonight, everybody? right. Well, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a good evening.